I made these delicious tacos de papa, and I'm going to start off by boiling those in my salted water. Once they're done, we're going to transfer them into a bowl, and now I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons of butter, give that a good mix, and I'm also going to be adding in some mozzarella cheese, or you can use your favorite melting cheese. We're going to add garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and salt. You can also add chicken bouillon, and I'm just going to add the mixture into my corn tortilla, and I'm going to close it really tightly. And here's the first one. Now I'm going to continue with the remaining tortillas and papa. Once they're all rolled out to my hot cast iron skillet with oil, I'm going to begin to fry them until they're golden brown on both sides. Now I'm going to remove them from the oil. Now I'm going to plate them up. I'm going to add some salsa, lettuce, and pickled onions, and they came out so delicious. I hope you guys try this recipe. Follow me. Adios. Guys, these were so delicious. I'm going to show you guys how I made my Nashville hot cheese sticks. So we're going to add some paprika, salt, onion powder, and cayenne pepper to 1 cup of flour, and we're going to mix that together. We're going to crack 2 eggs and mix that really well, and we're going to add the same seasonings that we added into our flour to our breadcrumbs. And I did use Kobe Jack cheese, which is still really good, but you can also use mozzarella. I'm going to dip my cheese into the egg mixture, flour, and then egg and breadcrumbs. You want to make sure that you don't cut your cheese too thick or too thin. I placed them in the freezer for about 1 to 2 hours, and for the Nashville sauce, I added in all of the seasonings that we used in the flour, along with some brown sugar and oil, and gave that a mix. I'm going to fry my cheese sticks for about 5 minutes. And look how good this looks. I paired this with some ranch. Hope you guys try this recipe. I'm going to show you guys how I make my delicious camarones a la diabla. We're going to start off by sauteing our vegetables in some oil. I'm going to add half of an onion, 3 garlic cloves, 2 whole tomatoes, and I'm just going to add in my guajillo chiles and my 2 chile de árbol. If you like your camarones more spicier, you can add 3 to 4 more chile de árbol. Once I flip my vegetables, I am going to make a shrimp stock. I added my shrimp shells into my boiling water, and I let that boil for 3 minutes. In the meantime, I added all of my vegetables into my blender along with some chicken bouillon and blended it. Now I'm going to saute my onions in some butter and also the shrimp. Once the shrimp turns pink on both sides, it is ready to add in the sauce. We're going to turn the heat off, and now we can plate. I garnished my camarones with parsley, and I squeezed over a little bit of lemon. And here's the taste test. These camarones a la diabla came out super delicious. I hope you guys try this recipe. Follow me on everything. Once you taste this delicious garlic butter parm corn, you're not going to want to go back to just eating regular corn. I'm going to show you guys how I make it. I'm going to start off by adding a stick of butter into my pan, minced garlic, and parsley, and we're going to melt that down. We're going to add in some garlic powder, salt, and black pepper, and I boiled my corn. You can also grill your corn, and I'm just going to place it in my pan, and I'm going to begin to brush my corn with the butter sauce just like this. And now I'm going to pour over the remaining sauce and garlic and parsley over top just like this, and I'm going to finish it off with some shredded Parmesan cheese. This garlic butter parm corn came out so delicious. If you guys try this, make sure you tag me. Let me know what else you guys would like to see. Hope you guys try this recipe. Follow me. Adios. If you all have never had fresas con crema, you need to try this recipe immediately. I'm going to start off by washing my strawberries. I'm going to place them in a bowl and add some baking soda and let them soak for about 10 minutes. While that's soaking, I'm going to start with our cream mixture. I'm going to add some sour cream, media crema, sweetened condensed milk, and you want to add all of your sweetened condensed milk. I'm also going to go in with some vanilla extract, and I'm going to combine this really well, and your mixture should look like this. Once our strawberries are done soaking for about 10 to 20 minutes, I'm going to begin cutting my strawberries, and we're just going to make little slices just like this, and make sure you save some for garnish. Once our strawberries are all chopped up, I'm going to add them into the crema, and I'm going to give it a good mix. And at this point, you're going to smell all of the delicious flavors, and it smells so good. I'm going to add my fresas con crema into my bowl and garnish it with some strawberries. And here's the taste test. This came out so delicious. 10 out of 10. Follow me. Adios. This is how I made my delicious chile rellenos. I'm going to start by placing my poblano peppers on a pan and I'm going to rub some oil on them. I'm going to place them in the oven at 450 and I'm going to let them cook until they have blistered up. While that's cooking, I'm going to start on my salsa. I'm going to add 2 tomatoes, some onion, 1 serrano pepper, some garlic, and I'm going to add all of these ingredients to my blender, including cilantro, chicken bouillon, salt, and some cumin. I'm going to place my peppers in a container so that they can sweat and that I can easily remove the skin. Once I blend my salsa, I'm going to pour it in my pan, add a little bit of water, and stir it and let it simmer for about 1 to 2 minutes. Once I peel my poblano peppers, I'm going to stuff my peppers with cheese and I'm going to dust over flour. I whipped my egg whites, folded in my yolk, and added 2 tablespoons of flour, and then I fried it. And this is how my chile relleno came out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on everything. Adios. I'm going to show you guys how to make some delicious chicken, steak, and shrimp surf and turf fajitas. I'm going to start off by seasoning my meat with onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, cumin, paprika, and chili powder. I'm going to add this to all 3 of my meats along with some olive oil. I'm going to let it marinate for about 30 minutes. And next, I'm going to heat up my skillet and I'm going to add in my onions and my bell peppers. And I'm going to saute them. And once you're done sauteing your vegetables, they should look like this. And I'm also going to do a jalapeno pepper. Next, I'm going to add in my steak. I'm going to let that cook until it's completely done. I'm going to take out my steak and then add in my chicken. I just removed my chicken and sliced it. And I'm also going to cook the shrimp, but I'm going to add some butter to the pan. Now I'm going to put together my fajitas. And I paired this with some cilantro lime rice and black beans, along with some pico de gallo and some mozzarella cheese. And I drizzle over some Mexican crema, and this is how it came out. Hope you guys try this recipe. Adios. I'm going to show you guys how I made my delicious cheesy oven baked spaghetti. We're going to need some chicken bouillon, salt, black pepper, Mexican oregano, Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, some brown sugar, and we're also going to need some onion, garlic, and bell pepper. But I'm just going to add my noodles to my boiling salted water. I'm just going to saute my vegetables and I'm going to add in my ground beef along with the seasoning and let it fully cook. Next, I'm going to add in my pasta sauce, and I made sure to remove most of the oil from my meat. I'm just going to add the brown sugar, let it simmer for a little bit. I added some pasta to my pan and I added my meat sauce on top along with a cheese blend. And I also use Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to add the noodles on top again and repeat the process, adding the sauce and the cheese. And I'm going to add some parsley on top. I'm going to bake it in the oven with foil. And when it's almost done, I'm going to remove the foil. And this is how it looks. But this is so good. This is how I made my oven baked cheesy spaghetti. I hope you guys try this recipe. And make sure you guys are following me on everything I did. I'm going to show you guys how I made my easy and delicious stuffed shells. I'm going to start off by boiling my shells. While that's boiling, I'm going to saute my onions and garlic. Next, I'm just going to add in my meat and let it cook. I'm going to add in my seasonings. I'm also going to add in some fresh basil. I'm going to add in some tomato puree, a little bit of water, some sugar to balance out the acidity, and some hatch chilies. Once my meat is done, I'm just going to set it to the side. Next, I'm just going to work on my ricotta filling. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese, some mozzarella cheese, ricotta cheese, Mexican oregano, salt, and Italian seasoning. I'm also going to add in 1 egg and mix that well. I'm going to add a layer of my meat sauce down, and I'm going to fill my shells with my ricotta mixture. I'm going to add some more meat. I'm going to add some cheese and some Italian seasoning on top. And this is how my stuffed shells came out. Hope you guys try this recipe. Follow me on everything. Adios. I'm going to show you guys how I made my delicious carne asada loaded potatoes. I just added some olive oil and salt to my potato and poked holes in it. I placed it in the oven on 420 for an hour and a half or until it was done. To my meat, I'm going to add some onion powder, garlic powder, chicken bouillon, cumin, Mexican oregano, and chili powder. I'm also going to add some cilantro, garlic, and lime juice. I'm going to set it to marinate. I'm going to remove the filling from the potato and add it to my bowl. I'm going to add in some cream cheese, butter, sour cream, and mozzarella cheese, along with some salt and pepper. And I'm just going to mix until it's smooth. I'm going to add the filling back into all of my potatoes, and I cooked my carne asada. I'm going to add my carne asada on top, add some cheese, and I'm going to place it in the oven until it melts. I'm going to add some pico de gallo, salsa verde, and some guacamole. And this is how I made my loaded potatoes. Follow me on everything. Adios.